Hi, everybody. This is Mo Elias. I own a frame shop in New York called Big Apple Art Gallery and Framing. Today, we are doing a live show with the folks from Wizard, and we want to introduce Stefan and Stefan and Danny. Stefan, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Summer Showcase 2021. We have we just put together a quick demonstration and some sample projects. And so we've prepared that and kind of edited it down for brevity. So hopefully you enjoy that.
Okay, Danny?
Hey guys, I'm the key account manager here in the sales department at Wizard, and I'm excited to talk to you guys today. Obviously, we didn't get to have WCAF, so we are embracing the virtual world and looking forward to showing you our CMC Z1 today.
Okay, this is great. What do you want to do? Do you want me to play the video now, or do you have anything to say before?
Yeah, well, let's just jump into it. And Danny and I are going to be hanging out. We'll be available to answer any questions that anyone has following the presentation. And Mo's going to hang out with us as well. So we'll have a good conversation there and just be able to respond to any questions that anyone has.
Great. Guys, if you're watching from type in your city name and tell us where you're from. I'm going to play the video. While the video is playing, it's pre-recorded. I'm not going to be able to speak. None of us is going to be able to speak, but we'll be able to see the comments and answer them after the video is finished. This video is about, I think, 10 minutes, and there's some cool ideas in there, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. The first 5 seconds is going to take to wrap up, so don't think that we cut away. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put this video through.
Hello everyone, I hope you had a great holiday weekend. My name is Stefan McIntosh. I'm the marketing director here at Wizard. Some of you were expecting our summer showcase today. Unfortunately, many of the things that we have been working hard to prepare are just not quite there, and we want to put those last finishing touches on it before we present it. So hold on a little bit longer on those things, but I didn't want to leave you hanging with nothing. So I'm here to show you a few interesting projects you might do that kind of have a little bit of a back to school kind of feel to them, some ideas that you might be able to present to your customers. So let's get started. I'm working on off of a Wizard Z1. This is our new machine. It's got some really great features that automate some things, take some of the operator error out of it. Of course, I'm a novice, so I could still make some mistakes, but at least I won't damage my machine. I've got my design loaded up here already, and I'm just going to go ahead and get this going. We will power up the machine. So first thing you'll notice about the Z1 is it automatically homed itself and is aligning the cutting head as we speak. So I didn't have to do anything. I don't have to worry about if I got the gantry all the way to the left and got the cutting head squared up. It does that automatically for me. So that is a really nice feature. I always know it's ready to go, squared up, in alignment, ready to cut, and I don't have to touch a thing except for click the button. Next thing you'll notice as we get started, first thing it's going to do is check for interference with the clamps. That is our new IntelliClamps collision detection system. It's proprietary to Wizard. Nobody else has this. It's actually patent pending now, so crossing my fingers nobody else will have this feature. But it's a really great thing to make sure that you don't accidentally run your cutting head into a clamp, and that would be bad, right? So you can see here we've got a blinking red light on this clamp. This is the one that's in the way, and we could potentially have a collision there. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate that clamp out of the way, make sure we're good to go, and the machine will check again. And it looks like we are good to go. That sound you just heard was the cutting head setting the depth. Now most of you are familiar with most Wizard machines with the manual dial adjustment. In fact, most of the every CMC out there besides the Z1 pretty much is has a manual depth adjustment. The great thing about the Z1, you don't have to think about that anymore. It's automatically setting the depth based on what cutting operation we're about to do. So the first thing on this design, I've got some pen line work that we're going to do using a font to create a caption. So I'm going to insert the pen, It's already set the depth for me, and we will get that going. Now this is a Uniball Micro. Most of you are familiar with that. It's the type of pen that we ship with the machine. This one, instead of black, is actually a blue ink. They also come in a variety of other colors. You can find them online, Amazon. You may be able to find them also at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. But it's really nice to have a variety of colors so that you can coordinate your decorative elements with your artwork. So this is going to take a few minutes to finish drawing all of this caption. In the meantime, what I can do is show you another project that we've already completed. Here's another quick idea. This is just in prototype stage, as you can tell. I've just cut just using some scraps. This is a simple concept that I had where you could create kind of a shadow box of just a simple letter. And it could stand for a school, maybe a university, not naming any names, but it does give me reminiscence of University of Washington. So maybe I'll cut this in purple and gold and represent the Huskies. But you can do this for your local schools. You can also just cut letters for first initial of a kid's name, and they can hang this on their wall. My girls' names will start with an A, so that would be the letter I would choose. You can choose whatever letter your customer needs. And it's an easy thing to do. Lots of choices on the lettering and the font styles. And so just have at it. But this is a really simple thing. This one's a 10 by 10. And so it doesn't take a whole lot of materials to do it. You can price it affordably. And I feel like these will sell all day long. Again, you heard the digital depth control adjusting the depth for our next operation, which is debossing. And this is our white debossing cartridge. It is the finest point, and so it creates the thinnest lines. Here's another project. While it's not quite back to school, it does kind of have that back to school feel. This captures both of my kids from kindergarten up through their senior year in high school, and you'll notice the one on the bottom, that's my younger daughter. She is just entering high school this year, so we've got some more pictures to fill here. But I made this as a gift for my mother-in-law and my mother, and the grandmas just love pictures of grandkids. So this is a really great project that you can promote to your customers, this kind of an idea, and it'll give them a keepsake that they will want to keep and cherish forever. And adjust the depth one more time for cutting operation. Here we're going to cut the opening with our 45-degree blade. The depth setting needed for the 90-degree outside cut is exactly the same depth as for the 45. So it didn't actually need to adjust that time, so that's why you didn't hear it adjusting. And we'll go ahead and cut those last couple of outside cuts. You'll see here this clamp would have been in the way. Fortunately, the machine was able to tell us that it was going to be in the way, and we got it out of the way. No collisions. And here's our finished top mat. And like any good cooking show or otherwise. And here's our finished back to school mat. First day of preschool, how exciting. Hope Robert wins the best dressed award. He looks like he's dressed to impress there. So this is an easy project that you can do and promote to your customers. Everybody I know, all of my friends and family are always taking back to school pictures every year for our kids. And you know as well as I do, you can never go back and take those later. So you always have to take them. And it's great if we can capture those and then also get them on our wall. So speaking of going back to school, you can go back to school at Wizard University. We have a whole suite of courses there to help you learn new things that you can do with your Wizard and better ways to use it than you maybe are today. So check out wizard.university, and we'll see you next time. Here's one more project I'll show you. It's not exactly back to school, but I just love this photograph. I can only imagine what these little girls are talking about. You know, hopefully they'll grow closer and closer together as they get older, and those secrets will just keep continuing and they will form a really strong bond. But I just love this photo, and I love it in black and white. I think that just really, it has a nice, sophisticated look to it. And with the silver pen line, it just adds a little decorative touch to the border. And that's a super easy thing that you can do if you have the pen tool on your Wizard. So this is the Z1. Hope you enjoyed this quick demo. Hope you have a successful back to school season. If you are interested in learning more about the Z1 or finding out what kind of, we have a promotional offer going right now. I highly recommend talking to Danny Sprouse and getting more information and see what kind of deal you can get on one of these right now with our promotion. So thank you for your time today. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. So I have a question from Facebook. Any plans on supplying more fonts that are pen friendly? Most fonts that are available have 2 lines rather than 1, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
Yes, actually, we have been hard at work creating some new fonts and some updates to some of the existing fonts that you may already have with additional characters and just some improvements. And we will be releasing those soon. They're just in the final stages, and we'll be making those available very soon. So stay tuned for that. But if there are particular styles of fonts that you would like, that you feel are missing, or a particular font that's a favorite font out there that you wish was in a single line format, we may be able to take some requests, but I can't promise anything. We'll certainly listen and go from there. But yeah, keep sending those requests in so we know what you guys want.
Yeah. The 2 lines, though, is typically the outline bubble letters, and we do have the single line fonts coming, which actually is shown in Stefan's example.
That was a complicated question.
Yeah,
we call those letter mat fonts here at Wizard, and so I think that's a Wizard specific term, but we call them letter mat fonts, and those are the ones that are specifically designed for pen or deboss with more of a single line format. Of course, you can use any true type font as well, but like the person asking the question, noted, those will give you more of an outline of the letters rather than a single line, stroke. So.
Thank you for that. I have another question. This is from Russell. Can you create your own designs on the Z1, combine shapes to make original designs, as well as shape manipulation?
Yeah, absolutely. So depending on what software version you're using, it might have been called Path Trace. Our Frame Shop design software, which is our current platform, uses Trace, but you can still absolutely make your own custom creations. You can merge, you can change parameters and cut configurations. So yeah, you can absolutely. The Z1 is just a more automated version of the Z, but there's no limitations on creating your own custom templates and fonts.
Perfect. Now, somebody messaged me about the Wizard University. So instead of .com, it's wizard.university, right? So they type
Correct.
Like that?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, it is wizard.university. That's the URL. And we've got a series of educational courses on there. We're continuing to build that out, but of course it takes time to develop the curriculum and then, also record each of the courses and edit those. So there's still more coming. If you have specific requests of what you'd like to see, again, we'd love to hear those so we know what direction to head in and also what maybe we want to prioritize. So we've got a whole bunch more curriculum outlined. We just haven't finished developing those courses yet. So there will be more coming, and we are hoping to bring on some additional instructors as well. So
that is free to you. So if you just enroll, you can register for free. It's just your name and email, and then you can start watching those. 101 courses to more intricate, which kind of answers the question. There's examples of how to create your own designs. So basic up to more complex designs are video tutorials right in there. So that's available, and you can get there from our website.
I watched it, and I'm a Brian Wolf fan, so Brian is on video there. So if you want to watch some of his ideas, I have another question here, also on Facebook. Any ideas when more classes will be available? Oh, they're talking about the university.
The university, yeah. Don't have a timeline for those yet, but we have some things in the works. And a lot of I've had a lot of inquiries about courses more on trace and creating custom artwork and things like that, kind of related to that previous question. That's sort of the other end of the spectrum, is from sort of getting started to expert level. So we're trying to build the curriculum in a progression so that some of the things that you learn along the way will help you by the time you get to that more advanced topics like trace. The other thing is, I know a number of you are already familiar with other software out there like Adobe Illustrator or CorelDRAW. I am a Illustrator fan. That's the app that I use all the time. I really haven't spent a whole lot of time creating anything from scratch just in Trace, because I'm so much more efficient with Illustrator, because that's what I know. And there's an easy way to bring that artwork in from Illustrator or from CorelDRAW. And so that's another route you might go if you're creating a lot of custom or wanting to create more custom artwork, is you can start in another application like that and then bring it in as a SVG file. So.
Oh, this is good. So you can import SVG into the software.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. There's other formats as well. So just depending on what software you're using, there may be some other file formats that could work for exporting and importing.
Okay, I have one more Facebook question. Any plans on producing metal cartridges for the 90 degrees and the 45 plus? I love my metal 45 degree ones.
So the 45 plus metal degree already exists. So you can purchase that in the web store. The metal cartridges correlate with the premium blades, so that is available right now. So you can call us or go to wizardcutters.com and purchase that. We have had requests about the metal 90, and that is something we're looking into, but at this time we do not have that available, but we do have premium blades for it. So.
And like Danny said, we have had that request previously, so it's definitely something we're investigating. I don't know what the development plans or timeline might look like for that, but just know that we are working on it.
Okay, so let's see here. The designs that you showed in the video, Stefan, are they available for download?
I knew that question was going to come up. If you go to the URL that's listed there at the bottom of the screen, you can complete that form. There's a box to check that, yes, I would like the design files. And the one that you're looking at, I'm not able to give you the font that was used on the back to school with little Robert and his cool outfit. But what we are going to provide is some different options that are already developed, that are in the form of a cut art, path that can be used for pen or deboss. So depending on what you have available. And so Brian Wolf and I are working on some options there, and be happy to make those available to anyone that wants them, as well as some of the other designs that you saw.
Okay, great. Any last words before we say goodbye? I think I covered all the questions that are available. And if you guys can stay in the group, and if anybody has questions, maybe you can reply to them, because some people get to watch it afterwards.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I would just say thank you for spending a few minutes with us here. We had like I said, we had some grander visions for our summer showcase to try to compete with what we did in January with our first one was our winter showcase earlier this year. And there's so many things in the works here at Wizard. It's pretty exciting, but at the same time, it can be frustrating when we have things that we're working on, and they're taking a little bit longer than we like. But we just don't want to release something that's not quite ready. So there's some really exciting things coming very soon, I'll say. And I'll just leave that hint out there. So stay tuned. We are gearing up. We'll probably be doing a winter showcase event, and that will probably have a little bit more content, some additional classes from Brian Wolf, of course, and some others. And so stay tuned for that. I don't have a date yet, but we're working on that.
Okay. Danny, anything to add at the end?
Perfect. Well, just to recap, we went over the CMC Z1 today. The Z stands for zero waste. So again, that is an edge-to-edge cutting with the smart clamp technology. I can go over rental programs with you, which are month to month, or we have purchase options. And we do have a really good rental promotion going on right now. So if you fill out the web form or give us a call, you can chat with us about that, and we'd be happy to go over those options. Keep in mind too, we do have upgrade opportunity and trade-ins. So there are quite a bit of scenarios that we can go over, but we'd love to chat with you about your Wizard and what we can offer you.
All right, this is great, guys. Thank you, and I appreciate the time that you took out of your day for this. There is, let's see here. Okay, somebody had a question.
Okay.
Oh, they want to know the special. Do I have that here? Oh, there you go. All right, Danny, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so for this showcase, we're doing get started with a Wizard rental for just $250. So that includes activation fee and shipping to your door on any of our 3 models that we offer, which would be the CMC 8000, the CMC Z, and the Z1. So no matter which model you choose, you can get it to your door for just $250, and we waive all of their fees. So it's a really great way to get started without a huge initial upfront cost to you.
The great, I'll add to that, a couple more things. Great thing about the Wizard rental programs is they're all month to month. So you're not locked into a 5-year term or anything like that. If it's something new, you're just sort of getting started with a computerized mat cutter, or you think you want to upgrade, and there's a lot of times there's a lot of challenges out there, and things are shifting all the time. So we understand that you're never locked into anything long term if you don't want to be. And the other thing is they include our essential service plan coverage. So your machine is completely covered, head to toe.
And that includes tech support. So the essential service plan is unlimited technical support, unlimited software updates, all of your hardware part coverage, and free 2-day shipping on replacement parts. So I always tell people it's kind of like we're the landlords and you're the renters. If you have any questions or need any assistance, we have a whole dedicated team to help you with that, and we'll get you anything that you need to keep you up and running. So it's a really flexible, like Stefan said, month to month. A lot of people think that it's a lease, which is typically for a certain duration, but it is just a rental. So like Stefan said, it's very flexible. So it's definitely worth getting started if it's something you're considering.
I just saw that next question there, Mo. The 9000 is not a model that we're currently producing, but we are still supporting it, of course. And there's a lot of 9000s out there in the field. So by no means is it obsolete. It's still an active part of our lineup. It's just not one that we're producing new anymore. So yeah,
just to kind of reiterate on that, just for historical reference, we had the 9000, and then it was the 9000Z. The 9000Z and the Z are the same machine. I get that question a lot too. So the difference between the 9000 and our Z is the clamping. So the 9000 had rail clamps, and the Z obviously has the edge-to-edge smart clamp opportunity. So it's not that the 9000 is necessarily discontinued, but it's been improved and is now the Z. So it's got the updated clamping, but same capability, same cutting and decorative. So that is definitely still an option. It's just now called the Z. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we come to the end of this, and maybe people who watch it later will type questions. And if you guys keep active and answer the questions, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Give Danny a call. She is excellent at helping you navigate and figure out what is the best option for you based on the type of cutting and needs that you have in your shop. So it's really worth the conversation with her just to at least explore some options. And so I'd encourage you to just reach out.
Yeah, would be happy to.
Wonderful. Thank you, everybody. You have a good day.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mo. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.